fogged up my glasses when I breathe. Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Uncut Podcast. Today, I am joined by my stepbrother, Josh.
What's up?
And today, we're just going to be talking about what we're doing after graduation, basically life problems, finances, taxes, some bullshit. All right. So, by the way, we are sponsored by Cinch Gaming. Use promo code UNCUT at the checkout. We get customized controllers, anything. Use that code, and you'll get some money off of that purchase. So, how's your school year been, Josh?
It's been pretty good. Started off failing psychology.
There you go.
So that was tough. But, we battled through it.
There you
we
go.
got through it. And now, I got a new English teacher. And she is just the worst teacher I've ever had in all of my schooling.
So, Mount St. Charles, if you actually see this podcast, we love you, English teacher.
Yeah. So, Ms. Butash, Ms. Bove, Mr. Tenorero, Miss Hauk, if you guys see this. Miss Hauk, you are the greatest teacher I've ever had. So now back to reality. She is terrible. She is awful.
Yo, okay. Well, you said previously you were failing psychology, but you brought that up, hopefully.
Yeah, I did.
Okay. I'm not there yet.
So I will graduate.
I'm not there yet. So we're gonna have to struggle in there. But anyways, so yeah, we're just having a good time here. Hopefully, you guys are having an amazing day, amazing week. Live up your life to the fullest.
Facts.
And so yeah, let's just get right into this. So, what are you planning on doing after your high school experience? After your high school experience?
I plan on going to college.
Okay.
I applied to New England Tech, and I got in the other day.
Nice, congratulations. There you go.
Thank you.
I am not applied yet, but I do want to go to New England Tech. Or I just saw this college on my Spotify. I was listening to some Justin Bieber's Changes playlist, and some college came up for filming. I have no idea where it is or what it's called. I forgot it. But it was about...
But you're interested.
But I'm interested. It was all about filming, though. It was like SEALs something.
They have that at New England Tech.
Yeah, they do. But, this is actually... And also, I could... That's why I'm, rethinking going to New England Tech, because they have, what do you call it? Studio sound. So my podcast could... God bless you.
Excuse me.
And so...
Just being polite.
Yeah. So...
This is uncut, by the way.
Yeah, so only one take. No cuts, only one take. Anyways, so yeah, they had studio design and stuff like that, and audio, which is great for my podcast, because right now they probably can't hear a word you're saying.
Probably not.
Which
they just hear when I laugh, and it's obnoxiously loud in their headphones.
Truth. So I really want to try to get this person on here, but I don't think she's going to open my thing, so we're not going to.
Yeah, screw girls.
Yeah, right?
No one cares about girls. Yeah. Is that your heart?
What?
Is that a picture of your heart?
So you guys can't see this, but actually we might be able to flip the camera just for
Nah.
No.
Nah.
Okay. So basically, I went to the doctors the other day. I had I had an echo done on my heart because of my surgeries. So they gave me a picture of my heart. So
it's really funny.
So I so my Valentine rejected me on Valentine's Day. So I posted a picture on my Snapchat. iMessage for BCA people. I don't use Snapchat. and so they posted a picture saying I posted a picture saying I said, my Valentine broke my heart, so you can have the other half. And I sent the picture out to all girls, and no one slid up.
Yeah, no one replied.
Yep.
He's not really a ladies' man.
No, I'm not. I got rejected today as well.
Wow, that sucks.
Yeah, it does. So anyways, college is cool. But so what do you actually want to do after college? After college for a job?
After college?
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
I want to go to college for HVAC.
Okay.
So my plans are to get a job in that field
Mm-hmm.
and make some dollars.
There you go. Hey, make it.
That's what life's about, right?
Not really.
Screw happy wife, happy life. I just want money.
Bro, they're not gonna understand what you're saying. You gotta calm down. Okay.
Okay, I'll repeat what I said. I said, screw happy wife, happy life. I'm all about that money.
Okay.
Because, hey, if I got money, my wife will be happy because she got money too. Because what's hers is mine. You know? And then our kids one day, what's theirs? Oh, not all of what's mine is theirs.
They have to share the same wife. Whoa.
But somewhat. Whoa.
Okay.
Okay, buddy.
No, anyways. So, yeah. So, I want to do acting. You know, I want to get into film production, all this other stuff. This is why. You're laughing at my dream?
Can I say a joke?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, what joke?
Never mind, I can't say that on YouTube. Okay, continue.
Okay, anyway.
You'll get banned forever.
Yo, it's uncut though. We don't care.
Nah, we can't be doing that.
Oh,
You'll probably actually get banned.
uncut, not really. We gotta cut some stuff out. Okay. Anyways,
Psych.
you just say it. You're just gonna say it out of nowhere
Nah,
in the middle of
I
the
really can't.
conversation.
I really can't say that.
So yeah, so like filming, production, studio design, stuff like that.
I have a good joke though. Ready?
Yeah.
You graduating? Okay, let's continue.
That messed up the audio so bad.
Yeah,
though. The clapping.
It definitely did. It's
I
probably
blink
loud.
every time you clap. That's how loud it is.
This is gonna be the best podcast you've ever had.
Dude, David Dobrik views who? Stupid Genius who? We got Uncut, baby. Let's go. So, yeah.
Facts.
So, we were talking about, because we want to go to New England Tech together, but I was like, I'm not going to know anybody there, so we kind of wanted to share the same dorms. So,
Okay, yeah. Yeah. Because if we can, like... Because I don't know if I would, like, go to a dorm and I'd get, paired up with some, like, crackhead.
true. You don't
That's,
even
like,
know that.
he's, like, some nerd that does technology stuff and he, like, does drugs. I don't know.
I don't want that. And like the dorms were decent size where we could still do the podcast. We could still hold Uncut Podcasts at the dorm, which would be even better because we could get other people that we meet
Facts.
there too. Finish your tweet.
I was just texting
Okay.
some cute girl.
Was it?
Can't say the name though.
I can.
No, you can't. You don't
Oh,
know
okay,
who it is
okay.
anyway.
Alrighty. We're only 7 minutes in.
7 minutes. This is the best 7 minutes I've ever had in my life.
Dude, true. So yeah, so after college, again, like I want to get into acting and business and stuff like that. Where
Those are two completely different things.
well, acting, you can have a business, but you can also have an acting career.
So you can act like you're doing business.
Wow,
I'm so funny.
dude, that was.
You guys gotta let me know if you guys think I'm funny down below, or just either that or you just can't hear what I'm saying.
True.
It's one or the other.
Yo, that's so facts, though. But like, so college life is coming up. I was actually planning on taking a year off because I have no money to pay for college.
Yeah, me neither.
Like, it's crazy
As
how
of right
much
now, I have $0.
Actually,
I have coins.
I have $50, but my grandmother has it and she won't give it to me.
I have coins. That's it. Maybe like $2 of coins. So I'm getting there.
Yo, we're 17. We don't have jobs, and we need college fund. Like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't think it's hit me that like I graduate in like 4 months,
dude,
and then I have college,
exactly.
and like life is like about to hit me hard.
Like I said in my last podcast, guys, I have like the worst but best school. So like I get out in 3 months instead of 4. But also I have another 2 weeks off. I have the April vacation week, and then I go to Florida for a week, which is cool.
Yeah, I'm on break now, and then I have
same.
April break, and then I'm out May 22nd, and then I graduate June 7th.
I'm out technically May 1st is when all my classes are done at the end of April. Then May 1st we go on to the trip, and then I come back and take my finals that I need to take, and then I'm out, which is even better because then I come back June, which is weird, to graduate, which is like very strange. And then we have my semi-formal and my actual prom, and I really don't want to go to either of those. I gotta be kind of honest with you.
Yeah, I might not go to prom.
Because like even
Depends if I have a girl or not.
yeah, true.
Like,
Well,
I'm
like
not gonna go to prom by myself.
exactly, and it's your senior year as well. So like my thing is, my school doesn't allow dancing.
I had a girl, but I dumped her.
Well, okay, no.
I'm just saying.
Okay, uncut. We keep it real.
Yeah.
Keep it real.
I won't give a name.
Yeah, true. I mean,
But,
I
like,
had a girl. I dumped her. Oh wait, no, she dumped me.
if any of you go to Mount,
Hey.
you guys know who it is. So.
But I stopped talking
Actually-
to that one girl that wanted to still talk to me. Hey,
Yeah.
big
Sure.
bars.
Yeah.
Sarah Machado. What?
Whoa.
Name dropped. I don't care. Anyways, so what were we talking about? Oh yeah. So like so semi-formal's coming up. I don't have a date, and this girl wants to take me. But like, no,
okay. I see you.
I took her last year, and actually, it's the photo of me going like that.
In the pink?
Yeah, no, in the blue. It's on the yearbook. That
Oh.
you remember you took the yearbook, and
Yeah.
so like she wants to go, but like when I took her last year, I took her last year to the semi-formal. She didn't hang out with me. She went to go with her other friends. I was like, oh, okay, and she just left. And I took her, paid for her and everything, and she just went with like her other friends. So I was like, that's never happening again. So I'm either not going, even though I'm a senior and I probably should because I'm running the thing. I should probably go, but like I actually really don't want to go.
Yeah.
Like especially with prom too. It's not even really prom because there's no dancing.
And I'm sad because Friday is senior night, and that's our last home game, and then it's playoffs. So like.
Well, I mean you're in the play. Excuse me.
Yeah, we're in
You're
the
in playoffs,
playoffs.
which is good. Hockey and his hockey school.
Yeah. I got recruited. So I came here last year, but I got hurt, so I have an MCL injury right now, so I can't skate.
Big facts, big facts. That sucks.
Yeah, it does suck.
I don't know why I'm laughing. I'm sorry.
I was recruited though. Like I was gonna go to the NHL, but I was actually gonna commit this year or last year, but this injury's really gotten the best of me. So, how about you?
I can't play hockey.
What about any other sports you play?
I got kicked off my basketball team
Oh, that
at
sucks.
school. Yeah, it does. The coach.
Good. It's a good school though.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
You
Oh,
get-
yeah.
I mean, like, you don't get to play basketball, but you have great academics.
Oh, definitely. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Absolutely. My math is amazing. Like,
Oh yeah.
I'm
I heard about that.
I'm actually taking finance, which is actually really good.
I'm in personal finance
I gotta be.
too.
I gotta be straight up honest
I'm
with
in.
you.
I have finance.
This is. I've never said this in my entire, not even high school life, but entire education life. I've never said math is my favorite until this class because it's not even math.
Yeah, I have Miss Pepin, and she's the greatest math teacher on planet Earth.
Dude, I think I got you beat with Miss Fugere.
Nah, you definitely don't.
I
We
think
have group tests.
What?
Yeah.
What the hell's a
Told you
group
no-
test?
So like me and my buddy Jimmy over here,
Okay,
we do the test together.
that's actually kind of dope.
Yeah.
That is kind of dope.
Like
No
last year or last semester, I ended with a 92 in math, and I've never seen above a 75 in math in a report card in all of my high school career.
cap. I've never seen.
And so now I have 100. So
There
like,
you go. Yeah, I've never seen higher than a 53. What? No, I don't. I'm not that bad in math. I'm actually doing well in this one. What do I have like an 86.
doing well. You're doing good. You feel well. Stupid.
I'm
You
doing.
need some English help, clearly.
Nah. Yes, I do actually.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
all mine.
yeah.
I think I have A's and B's, but like I'm really not caring because I hate school so much.
I got senioritis.
Like I don't hate my school. I hate school in general.
Yeah, I just don't like school.
Exactly.
Like you gotta wake up early.
But like that's the
and,
thing.
like,
When you get like this, I said this in my other podcast, and I was talking to Isaiah, and he's like, "Bro, when you get out of school, it sucks." And I was like, "Why?" He goes, "Cause usually you woke up at 6, right? And then you had your whole day planned. You went to school. When you're out of school, you're gonna wake
okay,
up."
I'm not gonna lie. Like over all of every single break that I have. Wow, this is really hitting me now. After every single break, like Christmas break, Thanksgiving, February, I'm so bored at home.
Exactly.
I'm so bored.
Dude.
Cause like school, you do the same thing every day, and like hockey, so like I'll go to school and I won't get home till like 6 or 7 at night,
True.
and then boom, I'm going to bed when I get home. So,
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Cause like he's like when I would wake up and then I'd be like, what the hell am I doing?
Yeah,
Like, what
dude,
am I gonna
it's-
do for
it's gonna
the
be
rest of my
weird.
day?
like when I'm out of college.
But that's why that's where a job would obviously come into place. But like
Yeah.
we'd only get part time because we're in college as well.
Yeah.
But our college classes aren't even gonna be all day either.
Yeah, they're
You're gonna
not
have
all
like
day.
what, a 2-hour class every day, with the side classes that you probably have to take, like math or something.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't know.
because I already know with my
I have a meeting on Thursday there. You can come with me if you want.
I probably will. But with my college classes, with like you have to take other academics as well. So I'm
Yeah, I
gonna have
think
to take
I have to
another
take,
business
like,
math.
I have to take history and something.
Yeah, I have to take another business math,
I don't
and
know.
then I have to take like an English lit as well. Like every semester, I have to take an English and a math.
I don't remember what mine is.
Which sucks
I know it's
because
history.
this is it sucks
probably
because
math.
I want it to be a vocational school. You know what I'm saying? So like I thought it was just that class that you were working with.
Yeah, but no, it's not.
I think.
But they said like at New England Tech, like say for HVAC, the history class I have to take, they'll try. It's gonna be like pretty based on HVAC and like the history of HVAC and stuff. So at least it's not like you're sitting there talking about Barack Obama and the first president.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And everyone who's died in history, like that's boring.
Yeah, I mean,
If your favorite subject is history in school, you're weird, because you literally just talk about dead people that changed the outcome for us. So like,
that's true. I feel like history should be taught like how can we change it, not how it's been changed already.
well, I mean, history is in the past.
Exactly. So why focus on stuff that's in the past when we're trying to educate us for our future?
Bars.
That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, bro. You know, that's a T-shirt right there.
That's a bar.
Uncut Podcast T-shirts dropping soon. No, but seriously, like that's actually facts. Like why? I never got history. I mean, I liked it, but I wasn't like in love with it. Like,
In love, goddamn.
well, I mean, like, I wasn't like it wasn't my favorite subject, and it never has been, never will.
Yeah, nah. My
But
favorite subject's probably lunch.
fact, even though
Actually,
I have a
no,
45-minute lunch, which
Mount's lunch absolutely sucks. So I'm gonna have to go with wellness, because if you call it gym, you get a detention.
do you really?
Yeah, there's this teacher. I won't say any names, but you Mount heads, you guys know. She is just crazy.
Your eyes
She's
literally
crazy.
popped out of
We
your
called
head.
it gym, and she goes, "All right, everybody, listen up. I did not go to college for 5 years to major in being a gym teacher. It's wellness class. I am a wellness teacher.
Well, don't you
It
have-
used to be gym when you guys were in 5th grade, but now it is wellness, and you guys need to adapt to that. I take offense to you guys saying gym class.
Well, don't you like have half a year, so it's split, so you actually do wellness or like have a health class?
No, we never went in the classroom.
Never?
Nope.
Oh, okay, then yeah, it's gym. What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah,
You're
every
literally-
single class is in the
It's
gym.
not even called gym. It's just you're in the gym. That's why they call it gym.
Yeah. I don't know, man. She's kind of iffy.
Yeah, my gym. I don't like gym.
Iffy got the stiffy.
I got. I gotta be honest. I don't like gym that much.
I like gym.
It's all like the Brazilian basketball boys in my school, and all they do is play basketball.
That's what
And
we
even
do.
no, but even when I play, they don't give me the ball, so it's like I'm not even playing. I'm walking. It's like I'm literally crushing my pacemaker, running back and forth down the court, not to play. So I was like, you know what? I'll just sit out, and I'm not playing. I remember the coach came up to me one day, and he was mad. He's like, "You should play." I was like, "Nah."
I used to play basketball.
Dude, I remember you just sick of basketball. I gotta be real with you here.
Yeah, I was pretty good. Back
You were
in
pretty
the day.
good. You were captain too, right?
Yeah, as a freshman and as a sophomore.
See, that's good.
But then I was just like, I want to do hockey. So then I came here to Mount to play hockey, and haven't really played. So
Yeah. So, on the topic, well, yes, we can. Life. We kind of talked about what we wanted to do afterwards, which is you just wanted to make money and not get
I mean, alright. So it sounds like it sounds like a bad thing to say the way I said it, like happy wife, happy life. Now
Yeah.
screw that. I don't actually mean that.
No.
But like, think about what you're doing. Like you go to college
Mm-hmm.
and say you want to be a nurse.
Yeah.
So you go to nursing school, whatever, for X amount of years, and the end result is you being a nurse and making good money.
Exactly.
Like you wouldn't go to nursing school or whatever it's called for 4 years to become a nurse and not make money.
Mm-hmm.
Like I bet you nobody in life would ever say, yeah, you know what, I'm gonna work for you, but you don't have to pay me.
Exactly.
Because like you're gonna want to work
No,
and make money.
Yeah,
so like,
I got where
you
you're
guys can
coming
roast
from.
me, but like, I want money. So.
No, I get where you're coming from. I feel like everybody who talks, like everybody who's living now, works. You have to have money in order to survive. Like,
Well, yeah.
That's pretty much
water and
exactly.
food.
I don't understand why you have to pay for water when you need it to live. Like,
because the government wants
exactly.
us to die.
Well, the government doesn't want us to. I feel like the government.
Yes, they do.
No.
Yes, they do. 100%. They want us to die. Bush did 9/11.
Okay. Well,
George W.
hey,
Bush.
well, it's uncut, so it's all opinionated.
Yeah, that's my opinion.
Exactly.
He did it.
I mean,
You can't prove me wrong.
I feel like some people could prove.
Nah, they can't.
Well, actually, nobody can
Anybody-
officially prove unless they were actually on the. You know, because there's people that actually were on the site.
And none of them survived to tell who was driving the plane. It doesn't have to actually be Bush. He would have been dead. But he got people to do that.
Bush was alive at 9/11.
Yes, he was.
He was the president.
Yes. And he got that done.
He's still alive.
Yes.
Oh, I thought you said he was dead.
No. I said everybody that were on the plane was dead.
Oh, okay.
People even in the buildings were jumping out.
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah, I
and
actually saw a
flying
video.
like a bird. Woo!
Okay. Come on now. All right. Well,
But anyway, yeah. Bush definitely did 9/11.
anyways, off the topic of 9/11, I apologize for the laughter.
What's another topic in history?
We don't have to talk about history. I thought you said you hated the subject.
The camps. Concentration camps.
Okay, no. All right. Moving on.
That was messed up. Okay, this is another thing actually that I actually want to talk about it. Like no jokes though, even though I'm probably gonna laugh because
Yeah.
me and
Also,
Elijah.
yeah, this is also another thing. People don't understand. Like when you're uncomfortable talking about something, or when you're like talking about
laugh.
something, you laugh. It's
Yeah.
just human nature.
And especially since I'm looking at him right now and it's just funny.
Exactly.
Okay, so don't think that I'm a jerk.
No.
But anyway, so like the whole like Jews thing, how like, so like Hitler killed millions of people.
Absolutely, yes.
Obvious, thanks. Obviously, like that's terrible. But then you gotta think about it, like, he was a good leader, cause like
Oh yeah, he
all
was
the-
one of the best leaders in the world. Even my history teacher says that.
all the people like that followed him like did exactly what he told them to do.
My
So
side-
clearly he was doing something right that he had everybody listen to him and killed.
That's even
all
with
these
the
people.
Jim Jones from the Jonestown when he poisoned all the people.
I don't know. Don't know who Jim.
It's in
Jones is.
psychology. He's a
in
psychopath
psychology.
and he's a killer, and he basically
Oh,
He
shout out
was-
Mr. Monahan. I forget his name, but there was like this guy who was like working at a minefield, and like he had this rod, and what you would do is like you'd put dynamite in the ground, and then you put sand over it, and then you'd fill it with the sand, and then you'd like hit down, and then it would blow it up, and whatever it did, I don't know. So someone like was in a fight, and so he was looking over there while still doing it, and he forgot to put the sand on the dynamite, so he just went like this, and it blew up, and the pole went right through his eye.
Mr.
and-
Monahan? Oh.
No, not Mr. Monahan. The guy that's talked about in psychology.
Oh, yeah.
It went right through his eye and through the top of his head, straight through, and he survived. But he like,
Can't see.
no, it was like, it completely changed how he acted. Like he was always like this awesome guy that you could rely on, like super nice, and then he was always rude to people. You couldn't rely on him. Like he'd say, "Oh yeah, I'll be there tomorrow," and he wouldn't,
Wouldn't
be there. Like it, I don't know, it affected something in his brain, and then
Well,
it just like changed who he was.
Yeah, a pole went right through it. Of course, it's gonna affect
Yeah.
something.
I don't know how he didn't die.
But yeah, so we were talking about like Jim Jones and how it wasn't my history teacher who said it. It was actually my psychology teacher who said it. Because Jim Jones took he was a pastor of a church, and he took all of the people in the congregation. What's up?
Can I pause real quick?
Yeah.
I really have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
So you can continue. And
So no, yeah, I'll just talk about it. So I don't know why you had to ask. Just get up and go. So basically, Jim Jones was a pastor at a church, and he took. Most of you guys know the story if you actually like follow along with what's happening in the world. But he took a bunch of people in his congregation, and he said drink the wine, and they all drank it, but it was poisoned. And he did like a multiple tests, so they all knew they were going to die basically, but he did it anyways, and he basically like kind of killed them all. So it's like my psychology teacher said he and Hitler were one of the greatest leaders of all time. Not that they were great leaders, but what they did was they took their leadership and turned it into a negative thing. You know, so they took all like Spider-Man. You know, with great power comes great responsibility. That's his quote. That's literally his whole mantra. With great power comes great responsibility. These two leaders had all this power and they turned it into something really evil. And so Josh was totally right when he said that Hitler was a great leader because he was, but he turned it into something that was used for evil.
That was evil. Exactly.
So I keep getting notifications.
Oh my goodness.
What's up?
Tyler Toffoli got traded to the Canucks.
So we're talking about hockey now.
Holy crap.
I keep getting notifications on
That's crazy. He just had a hat trick.
What team was he on?
The Kings.
Oh, okay.
That's crazy. The Canucks are actually, like, good.
Dang. So, like...
Wow.
So, like, we can end this up here, but, like, is there anything else you wanted to add? Because
Nah, they can't end here. It's only 25 minutes. We gotta keep going.
Till when?
I don't know. We just gotta keep going. I feel like I'm not done yet.
Okay. What do you feel like we missed out on?
I don't know.
I keep getting these stupid notifications, like...
You can tell me what we missed out on.
I don't think... I mean, we can literally talk about whatever, really, at this point, because that's what we've literally talked about. We went from freaking life, college, high school, to Hitler. So, I mean, like, not as a joke, but that's literally where we've gone from this topic. I mean, we can literally just...
You gotta ask the comments what they want to talk about.
Exactly. That's what I've been doing. Like, give us topics to talk about because I really want to get more people on here. And like I said before, I really want to make this like an interview channel too, because I saw Joe. Like I said in the last.
Give me an interview.
Well, like I said in the last podcast, I wanted to get like I saw Joe Rogan's podcast. Oh my goodness. I saw Joe Rogan's podcast on whatchamacallit. He did a podcast with Robert Downey Jr. and it was really good. I loved it. Like, I want to get that type of interview style going on with my podcast as well. Let's take a short intermission and just talk about Cinch Gaming for one last time here. Cinch Gaming is a company where you can actually buy and create your own custom Xbox or PS4 controllers, and you can literally design them how you want, or if you could get them like on your own, like how they come. They come like two different things. So what they do is you can buy them like default, so the company makes the design, or you can actually make the design yourself. And go ahead and go down. When you purchase something, go ahead and use code UNCUT, and you can get discounted price off of that item that you buy, which is really good. So thank you on Cinch Gaming for sponsoring this video. So anything you wanna?
Let's practice an interview for the next podcast.
Okay. So let me just. All right. So, what type of? Okay. So, your name, Joshua Pothier. Okay. How long have you been playing hockey for?
Since I was 3 years old.
Okay.
I joined an actual hockey team at the age of 7.
What hockey team was that?
My first hockey team, I believe, was the Vikings.
Okay.
So. The NRI Vikings, which was the Northern Rhode Island Vikings at the time.
Okay. And that's the team. How long did you play on that team for? Do you know?
A couple years, and then I went to a Massachusetts team, the Boston Bandits. We were very good. Second, third, couple years. I was there for 6 years, but we never won the championship. So then I went to the North Stars, back in Rhode Island.
Mm-hmm.
I played there for 4 years.
Yeah.
And I won 3 championships, and the 4th year, we made it to the championship, but we lost in the championship. So I'm into the championship all 4 years, won 3 of them, and now I'm playing high school hockey.
Now, can we just talk about, you were on the Boston Bandits, Bridgewater Bandits.
Yep.
They were the Bridgewater Bandits, changed the name to Boston Bandits.
Yep.
I remember this one game you played against the Portsmouth Pirates. Whatever they were called.
Yes.
And you guys were winning. No, you guys were winning 3-2.
I can explain the story.
So please do. Yeah.
So there was this team, the Portland Pirates, and they were by far the best team in the league. By far. They were very skilled players. And actually, I want to start before that. So we were the underdogs going into the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
And we should not have won at all. And
That's my mic. We're adjusting audio right now. Yeah.
okay. And so we were playing this team in the first round, the Minutemen Flames.
Okay.
Always good at hockey. Always good. And all season, we did not beat them one time. We played them, I think, 3 times. We lost every single one. So we came to playoffs. We're like, yo, we got this. Like, we can do it. We're good. We can beat this team. And then we ended up beating them. I think it was 7-5.
Damn.
And it was a 6-5 game. I had 3 goals. Not a big deal.
All right.
It was 6-5, and then we got an empty net.
Mm-hmm.
So we beat them. And we're like, oh my gosh, like, let's go. We're so hype. But then we hear the next round, we have to play the Portland Pirates,
That's
Who-
what it was. Portland.
who were undefeated.
Okay.
They were the best team by far. No one thought anybody could beat them, which it ended up being. They did go undefeated and
Chair squeaking.
sorry,
It's okay.
they did go undefeated and win the championship.
Uh-huh.
But so we were playing them. It's the semifinals, and there's 5 seconds left, and we're winning by 1 goal. And they shoot the puck, and I remember like I was at the blue line. I was gonna trip the
That's
kid.
I remember that. Yeah, you told me
I was
that.
gonna trip him just to get a whistle, let us get our breath, and then we could just ice it on the penalty kill. Which it still hurts me to this day that I did not trip the kid, because that kid walked in, shot the puck. My goalie had it covered. The ref didn't blow the whistle for whatever reason. He didn't see it, whatever. And then they kept poking and poking and poking, and it went in the net.
Oh, I thought it was just a one-time slap, like wrist shot to the top corner.
It should have been a whistle, but
Okay.
no, refs make mistakes, whatever. So it ended up going in. They tied the game. I was so mad at myself because if I could have tripped him, then we touched the puck. He wouldn't have gotten the shot, got a whistle. Then we go to a face-off. We could get it out of the zone. We could ice it. So I was just like, oh my goodness, like it was heartbreaking.
Mm-hmm.
So they score. So now it's a tie game. And I'm like, oh my God, like we need to win this game. This is the closest they've come to losing all year.
Mm-hmm.
So we go to first overtime, 5-on-5. Nobody scores. We're like, jeez. Next overtime, 4-on-4. Nobody scores. We're like, oh my God, like this is crazy right now. And then the next overtime was 3-on-3.
Mm-hmm.
And I was out there. And so we dumped the puck into their zone. It goes wide and bounces out. And I beat the kid, but the goalie came out. And me and the goalie collided. And so then I was like, geez. So then I'm skating back. Time keeps going on. 3-on-3 still. I get off the ice. Somebody else from my team goes on. They're at the blue line. They pass it to the circle. Takes a slap shot. They win the game. Triple overtime. So they moved on to the championship. So we went in the locker room. All the boys are crying. Everyone's sad. It's a sad day. We lost. And the coach comes into the locker room. And he like, I'm getting the chills just thinking about this.
Yeah.
So he comes into the locker room. This isn't my coach. This is the coach that just beat us. He came in, and he goes, I want all you guys to know, you guys deserve to win that game. And he's like, so the team we beat earlier to then move on to the semifinals was the Flames. And he goes, I would have much rather played the Minutemen Flames than play you guys. You guys are the most hardworking kids I've ever coached, I've ever seen play hockey. Like,
Mm-hmm.
keep it up. Like, you guys got next season. You
Yeah.
guys are a great team, whatever. And so, like, obviously that was cool. But, like, we were all, crushed.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
were sad.
I
And,
get it.
and another story about that team. They're from Portland, Maine.
Yep.
So whenever we had games, it'd always be at 9 a.m. in Portland.
Dude, I remember those. Oh my
So I would
goodness.
leave my house at 4 o'clock in the morning
Yeah.
to drive up there. And this one game, they go on a breakaway. And he shoots, my goalie saves it, and the kid hits my goalie in the head. So I go, what are you doing? So he skates around the net and goes to the corner. And I go, we couldn't hit yet, we weren't old enough. I go full speed and go boom. And I laid the kid, I swear on my heart, dude, I hit this kid so hard. and he fell into the boards harder than I've ever seen. And before the ref could even blow the whistle, I turned around and I skated right to the penalty box because I knew I was getting a penalty, but I did not care.
And that
You touch my goalie, you pay for it.
and that
I don't
Portsmouth
care.
story where you said you guys literally had the win in your grasp. That literally can just like for your team this year. I feel with LaSalle, dude, you guys can literally beat these guys. They're literally like so cocky. Posting on like they posted something on TikTok, which I don't have by the way. So I was actually watching it on my stepbrother's account, BCA guys, and so I was watching and they were like, oh, undefeated. I mean,
Yeah,
it's,
well-
it's great. It's a great
Well,
thing
they
to
just
have.
tied an absolute garbage team, so we'll see them in the championship and we'll beat them.
Yeah, facts. So like also so with your hockey career, I heard you hurt yourself.
Yeah.
It's
I
like
did.
to explain that.
Which injury? I've had
the
many.
one where you almost died.
Okay.
Yes.
We're jumping right to it.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. I've had many
So-
injuries too. Travis.
It was the season.
Was it North Stars?
No, yes, North
Okay.
Stars. It was my first year of the North Stars. We were undefeated,
Mm-hmm.
and this team, the Coyotes, were undefeated, and we went at it, 15-0 or 16-0.
Who was 16?
We played. We were 16.
Okay.
They were 15, and then boom, we ended up beating them. So we took first place. That was the team later on in the season that we ended up losing in the championship to,
Okay.
because they took a high school goalie and they put him in that.
Mm-hmm.
Had to cheat to win, but it's all good. But anyway, so it's that season. I'm pretty sure we were still undefeated. I could be wrong, but we're playing the Warwick Waves or something. I don't know. We were playing Team Warwick. We were playing at the 146 rink for those people that know the Rhode Island Sports Center.
Yep.
We were playing there, and I was starting the game. I was first line, and I was a center at the time. So the ref goes, goalie ready. He drops the puck. I poke it forward. It goes a little too far. It goes to the other defenseman at the blue line. So I skate towards him full speed. And I hit the kid, and he falls. And as he fell, his skate came up, and my wrist just happened to be right there. And then his skate cut my wrist. And it was a
Dang,
bloody
yeah.
scene. At first, I didn't see it.
Yeah, that's
Like,
what. Yeah, I
didn't-
heard.
I
Like you
didn't
just felt
feel
your
it.
like jersey warm or something like
And
that.
I was just like, I just got up. Like, I stood up. I was like, yeah, I'm just going to continue. Like, I didn't think anything happened.
Mhm.
Then my arm got wicked hot. Like, burning hot. And I was like, what the heck? And I looked down, and there's just blood literally everywhere. So I'm like, oh, my God. Like, I had white gloves. And I grabbed my right wrist with my left arm. I grabbed it, and I skate to the bench, and I jump over the boards. And my coach is like, what? And then I just let go, and there's just blood. And he was like, oh, my God. So I'm lucky there happened to be a nurse there that had her
Gear.
equipment
Yeah,
and
yeah.
gear in her car.
Definitely.
Because if not, I was literally screwed at that point.
Pretty much, yeah.
My coach had it wrapped in his jacket, which is just, I'm so lucky it didn't get infected.
True.
Because that
yeah.
would have been.
Especially with like everybody
really
like,
bad.
sick. Yeah.
And so the nurse was able to come over. At first, like, I literally said, the ref came over. I have my whole team on the ice in front of me, looking at me, like, making sure I'm okay. I have at least 15 people behind me, like, helping out. And the ref comes by, and he goes, all right, I'm going to call 911. And I was like, no, like, coach, just put a bandage on it, and I'm going to keep playing. I was like, I'm
What?
fine. Like, I'm literally fine. Just let me keep playing.
Uh-huh.
And then the nurse came over. She was like, all right, take this off. So they took the jacket off. And I looked at my mom, and she goes, don't look. Because she knows, like, I have a weak stomach.
Mhm.
And right when they took it off, I looked. So I saw my cut, and I saw the blood oozing out, literally pouring out of me.
Yeah.
And I was
I
like,
remember the picture.
I was like, oh, my God. And so then I start falling down. My face turns people said my face was as white as the ice, like, really bad. I started, like, gagging, like I was puking. So then my coach sent my entire team to the other side of the ice so that nobody had to see that, obviously.
Yeah, definitely. I wouldn't want to be there for that.
And then, so they wrapped it really tight. They called 911. They lifted me and brought me outside so I could get some fresh air. And then I was just lying down. They started asking me questions to make sure, like, I still remembered stuff. And they put me in the ambulance. I got 2 IVs in the ambulance. They
Yeah, 'cause
drove
you were
me.
losing a lot of blood and oxygen.
Yeah, they drove me to the nearest hospital.
Yeah.
Then they rushed me in. I got stitches and whatever.
Mhm.
They gave me like 20 needles to numb it, and then they gave me surgical glue
Yeah.
keep it
yeah,
shut.
Yeah. That's what I got for my head.
and then also stitches.
See, and at the time, I think the worst injury in our family at that time was probably my toe incident.
Oh, that was nasty.
So I'll share that one, and then we'll probably wrap it up. So we were swimming in, we were living in Rochester at the time, and our house was on a pond, or a big giant pond, and you could actually use like motorboats and go on the boat. You could go swimming. You could do whatever. And I actually didn't wear my water shoes. I was like 12, so I didn't wear my water shoes at the time. So I was just swimming, and she's like, my stepmom was like, all right, guys, come back in. We have to go inside. Or she called me in for something. And so I stood up and just started walking. And, like, all of a sudden, like, I hear screaming. So I look back, and, like, my stepsister, my older brother, and my younger brother are, like, pointing at the water. And I'm like, what? And I turn around, and it's just, like, a pool of red behind me. And I'm like, what the heck? So I lift my foot up. And it's
I remember
just,
it,
oh
dude.
my gosh, it was just like
We
all
carried you back.
red everywhere. And so what happened was, so my stepmom are bringing me up to the house. We wrapped it up. The ambulance came. No, I don't think I went in it. Did I go in it?
No, you got brought to the hospital.
Yeah, I got brought to the hospital. So I was sitting over my sink.
Disgusting.
Yeah, and it was really bad. I remember someone came, though. There was a doctor came. We had to call someone over.
I don't remember that.
Someone definitely came over the house, and so that's where we went. And then I went to the doctor. They stitched me up. So when I came back to the house, my older stepbrother was like, hey, dude, come here. So I was like, okay. So I was walked up. I was all stitched up. I think I got like 6 stitches, something like that. And so I walk over to him, and he's like, look what I found in the water. I was like, oh, what'd you find? And he goes, it's the thing you stepped on. And you could tell because it was a motor. It was a propeller. So the propeller, and you could see where I stepped on it because the propeller had blood on it, like the tip of it. So it was like so weird how I literally stepped on the tip of the propeller, just where it was. But that was probably the worst injury at the time until you kind of cut your
I almost died.
wrist
and that
open.
is still the worst injury.
Yes, probably still the worst injury.
Now my current injury. So.
Oh yeah, your current injury. Yeah.
Senior year, we're getting rowdy. Everyone's excited for the year. First couple games, having a blast. And then the ice at our school, something broke in the rink, and then the ice was all melted and stuff, so we couldn't skate.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
So we had off-ice practices. And one of the things we were doing was we were just running the stairs, just for, cardio. And when we were doing that, I did something, I felt a pull in my knee, and I was like, ow, that hurts. And I was like, all right, whatever, I'm fine. So then I kept running. And I was like, wow, this really hurts. But I was like, I'm fine, whatever. It's just nothing. So then the ice gets better, whatever. And I keep trying to practice through it. And I'm like, I'm fine. This is fine. It doesn't hurt, even though it hurt a lot.
Oh yeah, I would assume.
And
you put something in your leg, that's gonna hurt.
So we were skating, whatever. There was times that I got off in tears because it hurt so bad. But I was like, senior year, grind it out. So then, I'm trying, there was a point I was, limping while I was skating because it was so bad. So then my coach was like, all right, it's affecting you, so get off. So I was like, all right. So I got off. And ever since I got off that day, I have not skated. Well, I've tried to skate some days, but I just couldn't because it hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't know what I've been out the entire season. So basically lost my senior year, essentially.
So what did you go? Did you go to the doctor for it?
Yeah, and I'm supposed to have an appointment tomorrow.
Okay, me too. Yeah.
But it's it could be my MCL.
Okay.
I did something.
So you don't think you're gonna be playing senior night, or would you want to? I feel like you would obviously want to play.
I'm gonna dress at least.
Okay.
And I'll be out for warm-ups.
That's good.
But I don't know if I'm gonna actually have a shift because
the pain.
It could be if it's my MCL, it could get worse.
But yeah, and you don't wanna.
So I don't want to get surgery or anything. So.
Definitely. So I mean, so we talked about school. We talked about life after school. What we're doing. Talked about some random facts we've been throwing at you.
Yeah. Because like as you talk and then someone says one thing, then you're like, oh, I can elaborate on that. I have this story.
Exactly why I love podcasts, because you could just go wherever with it.
Yeah.
So I feel like we've covered everything really. Do you think this is a good ending zone, or do you want to?
Nah, we need some more.
Some more?
Yeah.
All right.
Because after we end this, I'm gonna be bored and not know what to do. So.
All right, we could talk for. I mean, we could talk for another 15 minutes. We got.
How long does it let you record?
And well, for whenever. I mean, but I kind of want to make it in the hour range, if we can do that. Which would still be good. I mean, we got plenty of stuff. We got house like you actually live in
I live in New Bedford, Massachusetts.
Yeah, but like you actually.
But I live away from home.
Yes.
During the school year, which sucks.
Yeah, I mean I get that. Yeah.
Yeah,
It definitely
I don't like
does.
it.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah. Like I don't like it going because all his stuff's at his house, So I actually live with my older brother, and I like it at sometimes. But like sometimes do I have to go there? Because it's not like I miss my older brother. I love to see him. He moved out January 1st, so literally the beginning of the year he moved out, and so I stayed with him that day, and I helped him move, and I stay with him during the week and stuff. But it's like sometimes I want to go home in my own bed, you know the feeling. Like you just want to go in your own bed.
Yeah.
He does too. He even says he wants to come back here and sleep on his bed, just because it's just a feeling. I don't know. You've been somewhere for a long period of time that you want to go back to it, I guess. And that's what he was telling me. So he's moved out still. I mean, I don't think he's coming back, to be honest. He says he is, but I don't think he really is. Like I feel like he'll come back, but then move. He will eventually come back. But I feel like it'll be like for like a month, and then he'll buy a house rather than an apartment. So, but I'm actually looking. So speaking of houses, I don't think I've told you this. I've actually been looking at trailers. So not trailer houses, not like trailer houses, but kind of trailer houses. Not like trailer park.
Didn't you say earlier in this podcast you have $50?
Yes, I know. But listen, so what I want to do is I want to build a tiny house. Have you ever seen those?
Yes.
And I want
Where
to
it has like a kitchen and a room.
Yeah. So I want to get like a trailer, like a trailer, and like just build my house there on it, which I feel would be really cool because it's just me. I'm never gonna find a woman anywhere, so it's just gonna be me. You feel? So it's like.
Yeah, I feel.
Yeah. So it's but I want to make it like it's gonna be a trailer, but I want it bigger than a normal sized trailer.
Yeah.
So there's actually enough room. And I've been watching Living Big in a Tiny House or something like that. And that show is so amazing. It's a guy Brian something, and he's from New Zealand actually, and he goes around and he does tours of all these houses. And what he did was when he did all these tours and he looked at all the tiny houses, he came back and built his own, and he made it like a combination of all the ones he built, all the ones he's like toured, which is pretty freaking cool. And his house is huge, but it's on a trailer, which makes no sense at all.
Yeah.
But where do you plan on moving? Like where do you out of state, or?
I like warm. I would love living somewhere where it's always warm.
I would love to live, and this has probably been my thing since like day one. I would love to go to Los Angeles.
I don't think I would because there's so many people there.
There is a lot of people there, and it can get crowded at times. But I feel like there's like a part like in the suburbs. I feel like every place has a suburb where nobody lives. I feel like that's just it. And like, so if I could find a nice
Florida
house,
would be nice, I think.
Florida would be nice. Yep, absolutely.
But like I want someone like that and not like South Carolina.
Yeah, true.
Because when I think of that, I just think of like
alligator
highways with like hay on both sides. Like I don't know why.
Yeah,
that's just what I
well,
think
that's
of.
because of what the movies and books have made
Yeah.
it seem like South Carolina is like, or like Georgia.
Because like back in the day, it was like slaves.
Well, yeah. I don't. Again, like,
That was not supposed to be a joke.
Yeah, it's not supposed to be
I
a
was just saying.
joke, but
Because like literally like in the back in the day, like down south,
there
like,
was
you'd
slaves,
say-
and there was hay, and no one would.
you literally
yeah.
just say, oh, like that's the black neighbor. He's from the south, and like he used to be a slave. So it's literally like
Yeah, that's in movies too. So,
I
mean,
always
it's not
think
even
of
bad.
like they're all
I mean, it was
farmhouses.
bad at the time. Like, slavery is bad,
Yeah,
but like, it's
yeah.
not.
But that's not a thing.
It's yeah.
Well, I wonder if it is. Like, I wonder how many people have slaves.
I feel like they
Obviously,
have,
it's not as common
no. It's I don't think it's.
because they didn't have police back then. But now we got the popo.
I don't think they have
F12,
slaves
F
anymore.
SWAT.
I don't think there's slaves.
I mean, there has to be somewhere.
Well, yeah, definitely.
An internship, that's kind of slavery, because you're doing work without
But
being.
it's not to
You're
the
doing
extent
work.
of,
You're doing work without being paid.
but it's not to the extent of getting
Slavery.
beaten for it. You know.
Yeah, I mean, you get beat down, not literally like punches, but like
Yeah, you get beat down, but
exhausted.
they got beat up. So that's really what
Yeah.
happened. So moving on to the next topic here. So like, so I want to move to LA because that's where all of the studios are. Studio 6, that's the most famous one. Or just a bunch of like opportunities there. I feel like that's cliche because everybody wants to go to America to live the dream or go to LA to live the dream. But like, that's literally just where everything is. Like if you put stuff if you take some of that stuff and put it elsewhere in other countries or in other states, that state would be living the dream because they have it. You know, I feel like it's just because the states are smaller, I guess, than Los Angeles or other states that have it. Like Providence, Rhode Island has a bunch of agencies, and they have studios. Boston has studios. New York has a bunch of Saturday Night Live. They have the Jimmy Fallon show. They have like a bunch of all the late night shows are either I think they're filmed in New York City, yeah, and they have a bunch of like buildings and a bunch of just it's cool. Radio City, that's the Radio City Music Hall. That's in New York. So just a bunch of the bigger cities. Also, my favorite hockey team is San Jose Sharks, and they're from San Jose, California. So I kind of want to go there, anyways.
Yeah.
All right, so we're not gonna close it off, but like I feel like, what are you thinking right now?
Chilling.
Chilling. All right. Josh, I have a question for you.
What?
Have you heard of Cinch Gaming?
I haven't. What does that do?
So basically, you can go on cinchgaming.com and you can buy your own controller. Now, you can either customize your own controller or you can buy a pre-custom controller. And at checkout, you actually put in the code, Uncut, coupon code, and you get money off.
No way. How much money?
Probably $10, I think.
10% or $10?
I think it's 10%.
Oh, wow. That's such a good deal. I'm going to go use Uncut at cinchgaming.com.
I appreciate that.
Back to the podcast.
So yeah, like, because you want to go somewhere warm, like same here, but like on different sides, kind of.
Florida. Probably.
Yeah, well, I'm going to Florida, and like, I'm going to Florida this year, and I have never been flying.
Yeah, let me know how it is.
I've never been flying, just going to let you know.
Yeah, I've never been flying. I'm probably going to take what's it called? A rowboat all the way there.
No, I definitely want to fly, but I feel like I'll fall asleep. I'll get so scared I'll fall asleep on the plane and then be like, oh, wow, that was it. like literally nothing. The only thing that's going to scare me or jolt me is probably the turbulence because nothing can like really hurt you on planes anymore because they're...
I mean, unless it crashes and you die.
Well, yeah, but like I feel like they've gotten their security up so much that I feel like it doesn't really happen anymore.
It happened to one of the most famous people in the world.
Who?
R.I.P. Kobe.
Well, that was a helicopter, and that was
So?
private. That was private helicopter.
Which means it should be even more carefully looked at.
I guess.
But it ain't, because they don't care, because the government wants people to die.
Well,
It's just a
the
fact.
government doesn't fund a privately owned thing. Like the government, the public, like let's take schooling. Public schools are run by the government. Private schools are run by the owner of the school, who then pays taxes to said.
How did we get to a school from
wherever
planes and the government wanting us to die?
Well, I was talking about how you said I'm talking about privately owned stuff. It's like a private school and a private plane or something.
Yeah.
I feel like we've kind of like died down in our conversation a lot. Because, like, I feel like we've kind of covered everything we wanted to talk about, and we're just kind of spewing knowledge right now. But I feel like that's going to be it. What do you say? What do you think? I think this is it. I mean, we can film another one just off another topic. Yeah. So I feel like this is it. So we're signing off here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to the Uncut Podcast. Again, I'm your host, Elijah. This is my co-host for the day, Josh.
What's up?
So I appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you guys in the next podcast.